morning. I am here in Atlanta, Georgia, the ATLGA, for a wedding, the Sims wedding. But I still want to take a moment to just talk about Beagles, hounds. I've been on phone calls the few days I've been here. Different people have been calling about dogs, and that's on a regular basis, which is a good thing because it gives me an opportunity to talk about hounds and hunting even while I'm here in Atlanta, in the big city, driving down all the exits and everything. But this week a guy called me and he said he had a situation where he has a good young dog, but every time they jump a rabbit, the young dog goes with the dogs that's running well, or the grown dogs, but the dog keeps coming out. So he was saying, how can he break the dog from coming out, or how can he stop the dog from coming out? Some of that comes with just age. As puppies get older, they will stay in the race a little bit longer. And then there are other methods you can use to encourage the hound to stay in the race. One of the methods, or two of the methods that I use, is if I see a rabbit, I will put that puppy that puppy on the rabbit first, even before I let the other dogs out the kennel. If I pull up to my running grounds and I see a rabbit, I will put that puppy on the rabbit first, because I want him to smell him good. I want him to start running him good, and then I will let the other dogs join in. And most of the time what happens though, after they've been running a while, if they go to a large check, or they go to an area where the dogs have stopped running the rabbit, and then they're searching for the rabbit, the pup would sometimes come out of the race den. So this is one of the things that I do. When they come to a big check and the puppy come out, I will either have a leash with me, which if you ever train with me, you know I really never ever carry a leash with me. I just never ever carry a leash. But in a situation like this, I will have a leash with me, and when the dog comes out or the puppy comes out, I will leash the puppy up, put him on the leash, and I will hold him in hopes that the other dogs will pick the rabbit back up. Once the other dogs pick the rabbit back up, you want to keep that dog on the leash in hopes that the rabbit will come very close to where you are, so that the dog can see the rabbit, or the main point is that the puppy will hear the other dog still running. And what that will do, it will bring out that desire in the pup to stay. You want the puppy mindset to go to, well, I need to stay in the race so that I won't have to come back and be put on this leash while the other dogs are still running. That's the purpose of the whole process, is that the puppy will say, I need to stay in this race. So you put him on a leash. Another thing you can do, which I do most of the time, especially if I'm not too far from the truck, but once that puppy come back, I walk him directly to the truck and I put him in the dog box. But it's still the same method. You want that puppy to understand, if you come back, I'm going to put you up where you're not going to be able to have fun. You're not going to be able to run after the rabbit. So I put the puppy in the dog box, and in hopes that the rabbit will still run close to where the truck is or where the dog box is, such that the puppy will hear the other dog still running. After you do this, hopefully 2 or 3 times, the puppy normally will stop coming back to you. Believe it or not, my male dog Tyson was the same way. Tyson was an excellent jump dog, excellent track dog, but as a puppy, when he was, I would say 7 to 9 months old, he would come out of the race. And sometimes, again, it's just a maturity thing, so you can't put too much pressure on it. But now, if your puppy is a year, 2 years old, then you may have an issue with the dog coming out if they're a year or 2 years old. But still, try this method. Just put them on a leash. Tyson, they would run a rabbit. Tyson maybe would jump the rabbit running with them. But if they came to a big time frame where they had lost a rabbit and couldn't find it, I would say 3 to 5 minutes, Tyson would come out to me. And what I would do, I would walk him back to the truck and I would put him in the dog box. I did that 1 or 2 times for him. I haven't had any problem with it ever since. But they will do that. Certain dogs or certain breeds or certain bloodlines are prone to do it, or certain certain stocks of bloodlines, not all bloodlines, but certain parts of bloodlines. I even have seen that in my youngest puppy, Drone, which he's a full brother to Tyson and Mayweather. So he does it as well. But what I have started doing too with him is putting him in the dog box. And normally after a time of two of that, putting them in the dog box or putting them on a leash, you normally will break that from them. But that's a good way if you have a dog that it's a good dog, will run good, but in those long times when they lose a rabbit and the other dogs are still searching, this puppy will come out to you and stand with you and wait until the other dogs jump the rabbit back up, and then the puppy will shoot back in there. You do not want that. So the best way is to have that leash with you, put them on the leash, and just keep them there. Keep them there the entire race. And if the dogs lose a rabbit and you get on another race, let the dog loose. But if he comes out again, put him on that leash. If you're close to the truck, put him in the dog box. And then most of the time when the dog's in the dog box, he'll start howling and barking. That's really what you want. Let him howl and let him bark. It's just really a sign saying, I want to get out of here, I want to run. But you want to bring out that desire in him such that he will not come out the race. I hope that helps. Again, I'm here in Atlanta at this nice hotel. Have had a good time being here the last few days. Had a good time enjoying the festivities here in Atlanta. But that's a good tip to help those young puppies stay in the race. But again, this is Tremaine Benson, Benson's Kennel. Stay tuned. Peace.